3, 2, 1.
So we are now with the Professor Franti, he's a member of the Human Rights Committee. And I'm really interested to know his opinion on what is exactly the workable option to avoid the contradiction between treaty body system and UPR process.
Well, the main thing is to avoid contradictory recommendations, or for states to reject recommendations and thereby to contradict a finding of the treaty bodies. I think this would set up competing systems. It's dangerous. So we need to look for solutions. One solution is to raise the level of awareness to the treaty body findings at the national level. Sometimes we found that a state has contradicted a recommendation in UPR, but that didn't necessarily represent the view of the government back at the capital, or there was a lack of awareness that they were actually contradicting a treaty-related obligation. So raising awareness, raising understanding within governments at the national level, raising the profile of treaty body recommendations so that they're very publicly considered to be an important thing back home, that will also diminish the possibility. Beyond that, there are some technical options. One is that recommendations would not repeat issues dealt with by treaty bodies, and that the only type of acceptable recommendation would be one which builds on such a where they deal with the same point, that builds on the treaty body recommendation with a view to implementation. That could be a control device put in as a procedure. I think it's difficult to envisage it, difficult to see it applied. So for me, it's about knowledge, awareness, education, raising the profile of treaty body findings before we ever even get to UPR.
So just one more question. You have mentioned in your communication that the compilation is not helpful for UPR process.
No.
Okay, so maybe we suggest.
No, I find the compilation very helpful. I think
recommendation not helpful, but compilation is useful.
Okay, no, what I meant by that, sure, that's a summary. It's not necessarily an accurate one. No, what I said was that recommendations are usually at a very high level of generality, and the treaty bodies work at a very deep degree of detail and specificity. And so recommendations don't necessarily help us beyond pointing to an area that we should look at. The compilation, on the other hand, points towards very voluminous sources, other treaty bodies, special rapporteurs, civil society, national institutions, and that can be extremely useful to give us a quick access to some very detailed information around the topics we want to explore.
Thank you. Thank you for answering my, I think Jonathan has a question.
No, it's fine. We're going to go because I don't want to miss the...
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.